Yo, people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for another episode of All You Can Eat Chelsea. Now, listen, we're back with the cast and crew. Do you know what I mean? I'm your host to do the most and never coast, Matisse in the building. Younes and Ms. Younes, bro, talk to me. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Well, it's safe to say since the last stream, we've all become very skeptical about life. But I'm good. I'm good, man. Looking forward to this one. This one's going to be a very interesting conversation, I feel.
It will be. Oh, it will. Oh, more than you can believe.
More than you believe. More than you believe.
Ms. Bro, talk to me. How are you feeling? You predicted the absolute pasting, slapping, beat down that was Arsenal on the weekend. You got it spot on, bro. Absolutely spot on. So I'm going to start asking you throughout the season for your predictions in terms of scores and whatnot. Don't mind me. It's nothing to do with any gambling.
Look, man, you guys would have remembered how I felt about Real Madrid as well a couple of seasons ago when we won the Champions League. I'm a man of... I feel like... I'm not one of those people that... keep the blue flag flying high. I need to see what's going on. I feel what's going on. I try and sort of understand what's going on. And that game before Arsenal, I'm pretty sure you guys weren't that confident either. But at the same time, you probably didn't expect that slapping. But I was like, I think Matisse kind of expected it because we watched the Charlotte game together.
Yeah,
I was sitting thinking after watching Club America and Charlotte, like, this doesn't look right to me somewhat. Like the attitude, the atmosphere, some of the body language. I'm like, we are gonna come in for a slapping. And look, a lot of people gave me some hate. Oh, Miz is such a buzzkill. He's such a buzzkill. He's negative. Hey man, I try and keep it real. Like 2 seasons ago, when we were doing the show together about Real Madrid, I was the first one to say, man, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling we're gonna get them because I could see the fire in their eyes. Do you know what I mean? And we then ended up beating them.
Yeah.
I didn't see that in this pre-season. I felt like it ain't right. And proved right.
You said it before, holidays.
Yeah, it felt like it. We all said prior to that game we were feeling a bit concerned. It just didn't look right. And I know some people are going to be like, oh yeah, pre-season, it's just pre-season. But the signs are there, man. The signs that we've seen before in the past of things that just don't end up going right, they're there. So, we're not just saying, oh, we're concerned, we don't like the way it looks, and then we get pasted. Oh, no, we're not feeling good at all for the new season. We're not saying that just for the sake of it. Like, I'd love to be like, we look fantastic. Wow, we look gelled, we look fit, we look sharp, we look like we're ready for this. I'd love to say that. We don't. We're far from it.
100%. Listen, I mean, it's a bit mad, when you look at that game. We'll talk about it in more depth in a minute, but that was a proper beatdown. And I made a video recapping our US preseason, and I went from the beginning with the Sterling signing, with the Koulibaly signing, with Tuchel's quotes about Sterling, right now not needing any more attackers. We're going to focus on defenders, and then, going through all the way through to, Broya and Colwell and, quotes and all these things, and going into then Gilmore, being sent home. And now I'm seeing Gallagher in the pivot, and I'm not liking that one bit. And I'm hoping that that's just there because there's no Kante and there's no Ruben, who also shouldn't really be in a pivot. And then we get to the end of preseason, and it's like, these attackers, they're the same attackers, so same results. And I'm like, what? So we gonna need some more attackers, aren't we, Tuchel? So that means that after this week, we better sort out one of these defenders. We're gonna go through these defenders. We're being linked with, but then we better get back to what we were trying to sort out, which was the forward line as well. And don't forget about them wing backs, please, because we ain't finished there. But listen, before we continue, guys, I want to let you know this show today is sponsored. It's sponsored, by my brothers here, 365. We'll see things they'll never see. This is the top, all trophies along it. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a good fit. Do you know what I mean? Man's comfortable. I get to flex. Do you know what I'm saying? Look at the muscles, the strength. As you can see, I've been going to the gym. No, I haven't. But we plan to, and this will be the top that get me through the autumn and the winter. As you can see in the UK, our heat wave's done. Do you know what I mean? We had our day out. Now it's time to go home, as they say in the stadiums. And yeah, we've had our massive heat wave. It's over now, so now you can get ready. You know what I'm saying? And let me show you in terms of my discounts, because I've got links in the description, guys, for you if you want to cop one. 10% off with my code MAH10. Make sure you use that code in the description if you're going to get the top. Definitely recommend, because it's comfortable. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't wear it if it weren't comfortable. So when you see me bopping on the streets, oh, Matisse, where did you get that? Bro, watch All You Can Eat Chelsea first of all, and then you'll find out. Do you know what I mean? But I'll probably let you know on the roads. 10% off, 10 MAH10, like I said, is your code. You get free shipping with any order over £70 as well, using the code shipping365 at the checkout. So you've got 2 codes there to keep an eye on, but this will all be in the description for you as well. And their customer service is 24/7. Very, very good. Not that I've had to use it because my order came like that. But if you do have any problems, you can use the chat service there on the website. And you can easily exchange between currencies. Don't worry if you're, because I know we've got a lot of global viewers from other countries as well. You can switch currencies very, very easy on the website. Quickly, I'll show you on the website. So you got t-shirts. So it's not, summer season's not over yet. I got the jumper because I want to be ahead of the curve. I already know what's coming in autumn. I know when the season starts, winter is coming for Chelsea. So I decided to get a jumper. But if you want to get a t-shirt, then you can. And you've got loads of different designs. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's good collection, man. Really good collection.
Yeah, this is probably one of my favorites. It's straight out of Cobham. I can't lie.
I think I saw Younes wear that the other day.
Oh, did you, Younes?
Yeah.
This one's proper. I'm not gonna lie. This one's proper. Straight out.
I was rolling about near the Shard with straight out of Cobham around London Bridge, like, yeah.
But bro, and you know what? It fit you well as well, Younes.
It did. It fit really well. Really well.
You've got the Champions one with 2 stars, of course. Straight out of Cobham is definitely a personal highlight. Because I know sometimes I see you guys on the streets. Like I was going into JD in Croydon there yesterday, and I spotted up someone that recognized me from YouTube. Big up to you guys that are watching the content. It's very surreal to see you in person. And another person on the bus in Felham in Southwest. And
bloody hell.
Yeah, it's mad, bro. Like I first of all, he was like, "Why are you in Felham?" And I was like, "I don't know, but here I am." So yeah, but you also got a Thank You Roman one as well. But yeah, there's some dope designs on there. But the main thing is, people, is the material is actually proper. Like you're not gonna get no silly material. But I'd say for me, the We See Things Don't Ever See, that's a personal favorite. The t-shirt with all the trophies alongside it. Especially if you're gonna get a t-shirt when it's hot. If you go gym as well, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna probably, flex in that. I already understand what you man are on in the comments. And then you've even got Drogba as well. Drogba, he's done it. So there's a lot of dope designs. Make sure you check them out on the site. Like I said, links will be in the description. Younes has got one. I'm bopping around the roads with this, you know what I'm saying? So when you come up to me, be asking me where you get that from, bro, stay locked in. Do you know what I mean? You got to stay sharp, stay on your toes. But let's get into it. I mean, there's only one place to start, gentlemen. There really is. There's only one place to start. More than you can believe. There's only one place we must start. Arsenal. Just quickly, because I know we've already done our reviews, and if you haven't, then fair play, because I don't even know who would want to review that, to be honest. I think, Younes, you reviewed it, didn't you?
I reviewed it in great detail. I went like 21 minutes, I think.
Really? Bro,
yeah, that was actually
so much video. To talk about.
I messaged Younes after that. That was a top-notch video.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. I felt like I was pretty clear.
Did you watch it? Did you watch it live? Did you stay up for this? Yeah. Oh,
I did. I looked and I was like, nah, Arsenal Chelsea, I gotta watch this. And then I started watching, like the first 15 minutes, I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? I was like, so I go to sleep. And I'm like, no, you know what? I'm just gonna power through and see the catastrophe as it unfolds. That's exactly what happened.
You know what was so disheartening to watch that? And I think it would have been because we know where that team finished, right? They finished outside the top 4. Yeah. They have an inferior manager to us. They've also done business as well. I think they've brought in 3 players: Marquinhos, Jesus, and Zinchenko. Saliba.
And they've got players back from loan. Yeah.
Saliba, by the way, looks like a proper defender.
Quality.
So much swagger, bro.
Oh.
He's good.
He's good.
I hate to say it, but he had Havertz in his pocket.
Oh, yeah. Like what? But, bro, this is my thing with Kai. Anytime he approached a defender, instead of taking them on, trying to go around them, trying to shift it onto his foot quickly to take a shot, he would just pass it back. This passive behavior from Kai cannot continue next season when he's leading the line. He cannot be this passive. And I understand why people want another forward. I think for competition-wise, I want to keep Broja. And I'm thinking someone like a Depay, who can play up front, but then can also play out wide. I'd start looking at these options. This is why I wanted Gabriel Jesus. This is why I think we were linked with Richarlison. Players that can play up front, but then if the forward player is actually on form, like a Kai or a Broja, and they have their little periods throughout the season, then they can move out wide and it's not a problem. Whereas if you've got 3 players challenging for one position, the most likely one's going to go, and then we're still going to only have 2. I think Kai really needs to fix up this season. And I'm not seeing, I don't know, maybe it's his mannerisms. He's a difficult player to judge. I've always said you have to kind of sometimes not judge these players by the way that they, I don't know. It's weird. Ziyech gives you a similar vibe as well. You know, these guys that are just really like nonchalant. He just seems so calm. And I'm like, why are you calm? How are you calm? But then that's him. He can only be calm. He can't be anything else. I need him to be a lot more assertive of what he's doing. I think assertive is the right word, whether it's a dribble, whether it's a pass, whether it's a shot. Really put conviction behind it like you mean it, and play like as if you're under pressure, because you are. Like, don't make any mistake. We're watching you this season. I know you've seen your best buddy Timo, you know, getting all the heat on Twitter.com. Do you know what I'm saying? And now he's off your pop to Juventus or maybe RB Leipzig or whatever. Don't think that you're safe because you scored that Champions League winning goal, because you're not. We're watching you, bro. You need to fix up. You can't be out here. You're 23. That's a good age. Same with Pulisic. Like, oh, I'm young. Hudson-Odoi. Listen, you guys have been kicking ball for a while now. Do you know what I mean? So this season, I'm trying to see improvement. I'm not expecting the finished article. I'm not expecting 20 league goals from Kai. I'm not expecting these things, but I'm expecting clear improvement and more consistency throughout the season. I think last season he had some good patches, some good moments of form, some like good run of games, maybe like 4 or 5 games. But listen, if we're gonna remain in the top 4, we need much more than little drips and drabs, because Man United look good. They're playing good football. Arsenal, we just got pasted by. They look good. Gabriel Jesus, I said it on this show, that is the guy I wanted. I wanted him and I wanted Rafinha. Those are the 2 players. I think Gabriel Jesus would have went up front. Kai would have been under pressure then. He could sit on the bench if he's not on form. You've got Sterling on the left, and Rafinha probably may have played right wing back, pushing up to right wing. I don't know if Ryan maybe analysed that on your channel, Miz. I spoke to him on Twitch about that one time, where Rafinha would have acted as this outlet at right wing back on the touchline. Then it transitions into a 4. Maybe Mason slips back into midfield. You've got a forward line of Rafinha, Gabriel Jesus, and Sterling, and then Reece James pushes up from right centre back to right back. It's not something I want to see constantly, because I want to see obviously Rafinha in the front 3, but it would have been an option. It would have got you an extra attacker on the pitch. Rafinha is nothing like a classic right wing back, but obviously that dream's dead. Gabriel Jesus lobs Mendy and Rafinha smashes one into the top corner against Real Madrid. So now I'm just in pain. But Miz, was everything go according to plan for you in that game against Arsenal? You're negative nearly.
You know what? As shocked as I was, I still kind of predicted that. Like, for some reason, you know, I just had it in the back of my mind that that's what's going to happen. But I was still shocked that they've actually proved me right. That's what sort of annoyed me. But I think, look, do you know what? For all the people that always tell me that I'm Mr. Negative, I'm going to say that hopefully this pasting will wake them up. And this
you
is what
said
I
that.
said last
You
time.
said that prior to the game. Yeah.
So hopefully, look, everything that you said about Kai Havertz, Matisse, is true. One thing we need to understand is player profile. Kai Havertz is never going to be the guy who's going to take on his man. He's never going to dribble past 2-3 players. I mean, if we are expecting him to do that, that's the wrong player. But what we can possibly expect Kai to do is stuff that there was patches last season, you know, link up, you know, being able to have great movement, you know, be a fox in the box at times. I know he's missed a lot as well, but there were certain goals that he scored inside the box. So one thing against that Arsenal game, Kai was a lot of times isolated. You need bodies next to him, so when he does get the ball, he can lay it off and then he can run off. I think our whole game is a bit disorientated at the moment, and that's probably because of the preseason scenario at the moment. But on top of that, we didn't take it seriously. We took it as a holiday, so we wasted the preseason. So I'm hoping the Udinese game, players are more intertwined. I know we don't have players like Sterling. We need to have more players like Sterling that are able to take players on. I don't know if you guys watched the Barcelona game. It would have been very late for you guys. I watched their game against Juventus. Oh my God, Ousmane Dembele blew my mind. He blew my mind. I had to do a video on that guy. I had to dedicate a video. Like, that's how brilliant he was. Boys, honestly, there were times not only I was thinking about Younes's video when I was watching that game, that the two players that we were thinking we were going to get, Ousmane Dembele and Jules Koundé, they're both going to be Barcelona players. But one of them is already Barcelona player. Ousmane Dembele at times wasn't just taking 1v1. Yeah. He was sometimes taking 1v2, sometimes 1v3. Like, that's what Tuchel needs from his winger or his inside forwards to be able to not get just the ball, but how many times have you guys seen Raheem Sterling when he gets the ball? The first thing he tries to do is turn his body and look so he can drive. All our other players, Pulisic, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech, Havertz, Werner, first thing they do is they get the ball, they lay it back, and then they run off. No, like, you got to be able to take the man on. So look, bottom line for me, I'm expecting serious now against Udinese. I think it's away. It's in their home ground.
It's in Italy,
It's in Italy. So please, I beg you, don't take this as a holiday to Italy now. Check this out, man. Check this out. He made a fool out of Alex. So firstly, he did Quadrado. Then he made a fool out of Alexandro. And that was his right foot. Check his second goal, Matisse. Check his second goal.
Here it is.
Oh, here's his second goal. Made a fool out of Quadrado. And now this time left foot. The keeper's got no idea where he's going to go. And he was doing that all throughout the game. And do you know what? That was not some sort of a friendly match. That was a proper preseason game, and both teams went at each other.
Because they're taking it seriously.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you see El Clasico, look how serious it was. Like, it wasn't no joke.
They wanted to
fight, bro. But that tells me that they're ready for the season. Do you know what I mean? We're not ready.
Bro, I'm telling you, Udinese, it's in Italy. Please, boys. It's not a trip to Italy to go and meet Tammy and, in Rome and all of that and whatnot. I don't know if Rome is close to Udinese. I don't know the geography around that area, but take it seriously.
Why are we traveling to Italy as well?
But this is the first thing, right? We'll go back to the players in a second. We focus more on branding and marketing than we have on actually getting the players fit.
Yeah,
that's the first concern. That's the first issue. That's where we went wrong to begin with. Going to LA, then going to Vegas. We didn't play a game in Vegas, right? We played a game in LA.
We did, in the casino.
Bro, we went to LA. We went to Vegas. Like, this sounds like the biggest bachelorette party ever.
Oh, yeah.
Then we calmed it down and went to little old Charlotte. And then we went to Orlando. And we went to roller coasters. Amusement park.
Universal Studios.
Bro, this is not a preseason tour. This is an extension of the holiday. It sounds like. It's wild. It's a bit crazy. But the point is, it's not even the location. This is about the actual amount of traveling. It's a lot of traveling. There's too much traveling. 4 locations in one country. How many weeks? 2 max?
Maybe
2. But you know what, Matisse? Arsenal went there as well. So why are they in a different mindset?
Did they do 4 locations?
Arsenal did. So, they were here. They went to Nuremberg. They went to Germany. Then Germany, they went to Baltimore. They flew out to Baltimore. And then they went down to Orlando. They spent good time in Orlando, then played us. Now they fly back. They're playing the Emirates Cup. They're at home. You know, I mean, like that's a good structure. And they dealt with the same heat and whatnot that we did in Orlando. But now we've come back to Cobham. We're training at Cobham. We're now flying to Italy. We've got to fly back.
It's a bad plan, man. It's a bad plan.
Udinese, again, due respect to them, they can come to us. Like, you know, or we find a friendly to play here. But, yeah. And I know Italy's not a far flight. It's what, 2.5 hours, but still.
But when you've already done a lot of flights, it becomes Charlotte, right? We landed in Charlotte on the day of the game. This is what I didn't know. You're
kidding, did we?
I didn't know this before I found out. Yeah. We landed in Charlotte on the very same day we had to play. We landed in Charlotte in the morning, and then we played later on. And then we left Charlotte that night. We didn't stay in Charlotte for more than 24 hours. We were in Charlotte in the morning, played the game, left Charlotte. That's playing
with jet lag.
Crazy. Going through different time zones as well, by the way, because you could tell when we was trying to watch it, right?
Yeah.
You know, we had different time zones going on there. But yeah, very, very wild decision making on that front. So that's my major gripe on that. The performances have been pretty poor, I'm not going to lie. Going forward, we look exactly the same, apart from the fact that we've got Sterling, which will only make us lopsided and make us heavily reliant on him to do things out of nothing. He'll get heavily marked.
He'll get heavily marked.
But you can see that he's come from an attack that is on another level to our attack. You can see he's come to our attack and he's downgraded. Oh, it's so evident.
So evident.
So evident, bro. It is sad how evident it is.
It's sad.
I feel sorry for Raheem. Raheem's picking up the ball. Raheem's turning, going past someone. Bang, he's ready to play a pass. Or bang, he's ready to go past another player and then take the shot on. And I'm looking at the rest of them and they're all like,
they're so starstruck.
What is he doing? Yo, Timo, you see what he just skipped past the play. He just did it again. And should we join him in the attack? Should we? No, just watch him. Yo, Timo.
It's so true, man. It is so true.
He just took a shot. It's on target. Timo, you seeing this shit? He's gonna make us look bad as attackers. And instead of actually helping him, because as you said, everybody's isolated, disjointed. So many times last season we see Chelsea and they're attacking, and there's one player in the box, and it's Kante. Like, what do we do? Do you want to score? Go and get in the box. If you're not involved,
I thought he was a DM.
Kante's like, I haven't scored. I want to score.
Younes Kante's like, I don't know how I got here.
Bro, even in the Champions League final, do you remember when Kante was going up for a header? I said, what is going on here, fam? But I don't know if this is Kante just being on an adventure, like this is Dora the Explorer with his backpack, or this is because he's seeing nobody's in the box. I sure as hell may as well get in the box. Why are we attacking down one side? Cool. Everybody involved in the link-up play, the 2 or 3 of you, Max over there. Why is the rest of you not in the box? Why are you hovering around, chilling? What's going on?
This is the thing, with Sterling, you have to pay attention because he's levels above, right?
Yeah.
We need to fix this, because if this becomes so consistent, there's a possibility even Sterling's game might drop because of what's around him.
We will deteriorate him.
We'll deteriorate him.
100%.
He's used to like advancing with the ball. Oh, I've got Kevin, I've got Riyad, I've got Bernardo, I've got Zinchenko on my left, I've got whoever. Like I'm just littered with players around me, right? All sorts, able to link up in tight spaces. Boom, boom, boom. Get into the box. There's about 6 options in the box. Fantastic. And now he's like, Timo, Mace, hurry up. Kai, what are you doing on the flipping touchline? Now it's a case of even his game might get stopped, or it might be forced to just slow down a little bit. And I feel sorry for him because he operates in such a quick manner.
It's not even like we play brilliant counter-attacking football like we used to, where you could say it was only 3, but it was devastating. Yeah. Like I'm talking away to Manchester City, Costa, Willian, Hazard, 3v3.
Yeah.
We don't need any more attackers. If we had, even Manchester United, when it was Ronaldo, Tevez, Rooney, you don't need any more attackers. But those attackers are such of a high quality, a high level, and we break with speed because we are purposefully trying to soak up pressure. If Tuchel's plan was, we're going to soak up pressure, we're going to sit a bit off, we're going to win the ball, and then bang, you kill them. Then different conversation. That's not the conversation that we're having. The conversation we're having is that we got not enough attackers in dangerous positions that are talented enough in a possession-based team that doesn't counterattack. That it just doesn't make any sense.
We've got no way going. Yeah.
Do you know why this is the case? And once again, I'm trying to give this whole pre-season thing a bit of a pass now, because I want the real Chelsea to sort of wake up a little bit, is the fact that there doesn't seem to be any overloads. Like, as I said, players are all isolated in their little corners. Sometimes you need to overload one side so you can get that numerical advantage against your opposition. So you try and isolate their fullback with 2 or 3 players there. We see Sterling get the ball in the wings, or whether it's Werner. The midfielders are so far away from them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Havertz is so far away. Like everything, left back, like everyone is so far away. You've got to move as a group. Do you know what I mean?
As a block.
As a block. And this is why I recommend each and every one of you guys, if you haven't watched earlier on today, Barcelona versus Juventus, watch both. Watch both how Barcelona plays with the ball and suffocates Juventus. Pretty much Barcelona camping there. But on the contrary, watch Juventus, how they soak it up and they counter with pace. It's 2 different philosophies executed to the T. And this is what I think Matisse is saying. Right now, we're not doing any of them correctly. We're not doing the possession base correctly, nor are we countering with pace. So, look, we can sit here and talk tactically about a lot of these things. I think Thomas Tuchel's got bigger issues at the moment, which is he's publicly come out and said some of the players don't want to be here. They are worried about their future. They don't probably think they're Chelsea players anymore. And they want. For me, that's a bigger issue now. I think him publicly stating all of that, and he was cheeky about a few of the answers as well. They asked him, what about the striking issue? You don't have goals, and he said, how can you expect goals? It's the same people as last season.
So
and I'm like, that's cheeky. That's cheeky, TT. You're having a go at your own players, which is fine. But I'm worried.
Let's talk about
we don't see them.
We saw that under Lampard, didn't we? Towards the end of his tenure, he started taking digs and shots. Younes, do you think when you read that quote, there's 2 different perspectives to look at. There's he's warning Todd, or he's going against his own attackers that he's probably going to need because we're going to have some of them. How do you see it? Is that a dangerous game to play?
It's a very dangerous game. It's not a dangerous game if you pull off what your objective is, which is to get them out, cool, to replace, bring in new players, you're sorted. Fantastic. You've got what you've wanted. If we don't, and this is my issue, because we've only got 5 weeks of the window left, it's not easy to ship off all of these lads in 5 weeks and get replacements in for players that we know are going to come in and actually do a better job. Or even like we've gone for players in this window and we haven't got them. Who's to say that we're actually going to get who we want? Yeah. So if you end up in a situation where you're now stuck with these guys, we're cooked. Like, we've seen this film before too many times. Yeah. I don't need anyone to explain to me how Titanic goes. I've seen that film 150 times, right? I know it inside out. We know this film inside out. When there's a manager at Chelsea, albeit it's a different ownership and whatnot, but the aura, the way that it is, doesn't just change overnight. When there's a manager like Tuchel, and he's got players that he has publicly come out and gone, well, it's the same lads, we're not going to get goals, and now you're stuck and you have to work with them, good luck.
And this is the thing. I think one of the biggest stinker in the group at the moment, I feel, is Timo Werner.
Facts.
I think there's a lot of stuff that's going on. He's been cheeky as well in media by saying, I could be happy everywhere. And now all of a sudden there's links with Leipzig, there's links with Newcastle, there's links with Juventus. So he's like saying, I could be happy everywhere. So come and get me.
I could be happy with you anywhere else too, 100%.
Yeah. And exactly what just Younes said. If this brother doesn't move on in 5 weeks' time, you best believe, say us boys, we're part of a club. okay, and we see each other every day, and one of us is having a hard time, and we're mates. What do you think one of us is saying to the other two? I'm not really enjoying it, boys. Do you know what I mean? Like, the gaffer doesn't believe me, and then you're mates with me. You try and console me as well. Like, hey, just hang in there, bro. Hang in. Sooner or later, that negativity will seep into you guys as well. Like, you'll start thinking, "What's this gaffer doing? He's not playing one of my mates." And this is what happened recently as well with Billy Gilmore, right? There was some quotes saying that
with Gilmore, they were surprised that he wasn't in the team, right? And so was I, because
I was as well.
You have no Kante, you have no Ruben, and you're playing a pivot. Surely you need Billy. Billy plays in a pivot. He plays in those positions. He plays in those deeper zones in midfield. We all know we attack with 5, defend with 5. Usually the wing backs push up. They're meant to. The two in midfield are meant to be stationary to a certain extent. One will push a little bit further forward if they can be allowed to. If there's room for it. If the fullbacks are a little bit deeper. Billy Gilmore not being in this doesn't make too much sense. And when you question that, people go, "Why are you Tuchel out?" I said, "Hold on a second."
The way people come to
where did you get 1 + 2 and get 12? What I said, what I'm asking a question because nobody has an answer. I'm not saying all of the deadwood can't go. Of course, all of the players have, some of the players that don't want to be here have to be on the tour. We need numbers. We need to rotate. We need to play. But do you have to take all of the deadwood? No. You can leave 2 at home. Bring Vale, who you've seen. Bring Gilmore, who you've seen in the first team, and leave some of the leave Barkley at home. Like, he's of no use. He's not going to get his market value.
Kennedy as well.
Like Spurs did. Spurs left Reguilon and Ndombele at home.
Exactly. People act like as if you can't leave senior players at home. Oh, it's a catastrophe. We're playing them to showcase their talent. What? to push up their market value, but we want them to leave because they're not good enough. So obviously they're probably not going to play very well, hence why we want them to leave. So all we're doing is demonstrating why they're not good, because we're showing them on the pitch in front of everybody once again that they're not good players, and therefore people just, oh yeah, I remember, yeah, he's shit. Anybody who would have forgotten that they weren't good, I just were reminded. This reminds me of like Bakayoko when he played under Lampard, when he went to Dublin, and I was actually there in the flesh. That's when I used to live in Dublin, and I saw it in person. And I said, the best thing we can do is leave Bakayoko at home, individual training, let his agent find him a move. Do not let him touch the football pitch with cameras on. What did we do? We took him out there, put cameras in his face, and this brother was misplacing passes against trialists, passing out of play. Billy Gilmore to replace him at halftime. Bro, he was playing against college students, bro. Yeah, he was playing against university students. Billy Gilmore had to come on at halftime and showcase his ass and make the midfield look like a football team again. So I don't understand that decision making. And then obviously he goes on to complain and says that he's got too many players that don't want to be here. I understand you're gonna have a few, but I don't think you needed to bring all of them. So that's one of my gripes. I don't like Gallagher in that pivot, and I hope that's not the plan, because we all know he's using Gallagher next season. Now, I've said many a time, I think Ampadu, Gilmore suit this system that he's currently playing more than Gallagher. If he's going to play Gallagher, it's got to be in instead of Mason in that 10 role. If you're playing a 3-4-1-2, or as that third 8, because you can't play Gallagher in a pivot and expect to get the best out of him, and that means the only position then for him is in that front 3. So you're going to play Sterling. I don't know. You're going to make some difficult decisions, but I don't see Gallagher in the pivot. It doesn't make sense to me.
Even we started that game in a 4-3-3, right? We had Jorginho with Mount and Gallagher as the 8s, and even as an 8. And I'm not saying obviously that preseason game against Arsenal is basically how Gallagher plays, but he did not look good.
But I think this is why I always say you need a cover, and they don't want to hear it because it's not one of their favorites, maybe. But if you put a cover in there with a Gallagher, or you put a cover in there with a Mount, either or, then I think there's much more balance, because now you really have a very advanced goal scoring 8 in Gallagher or Mount. Then you have a Kova who wants to get involved in the build-up play, wants to take more of those touches, wants to help control. And then you have your DM, whoever that may be. Correct. That for me is proper balance. If you're putting Gallagher and Mount, 2 pretty similar-ish players in a way in those 8 positions, and you're basically asking the DM to do godly things. You're responsible for build-up. You're responsible for defense. You're responsible for everything.
Well, even in that Arsenal game, you could see Jorginho. The gaps between Jorginho and Mount and Gallagher were flipping. It was like going down the M25. It was you're not.
And that doesn't work unless you're gonna negate that with some. You need to negate that with some other solution. And if you're gonna push those guys so far forward, then where's the inverted left back? Or do you know what I mean? You need something to negate that.
Gallagher is something that no one has been talking about too much in social media. They're just happy to see him in pre-season, very excited, Cobham graduate coming back. Yeah. Let's actually talk about this, because I think this is a good forum to talk about this, and the live chat will get a nice kick out of it. Here's what I think about Gallagher, right? I think he's got fantastic attitude, man. I think you can train this kid, and he's got fantastic attitude. He really wants to make it at Chelsea Football Club, and I like that about this guy, right?
Yeah,
I really like this about this kid. The issue with Gallagher is he's come from a background where he's played for Crystal Palace and West Brom, where predominantly they didn't see too much of the ball, and it was whenever he did see it, it was quick thinking. It's instinctive thinking. Counter and try and hit the opposition quick and try and nick a goal. Now he's in a situation where it's not instinctive thinking. It's actually footballing IQ. You actually have to be very smart individual to manipulate passes, find space. You got to be able to carry the ball sometimes. You can't just lay it off. Sometimes this is what cover does. You've got to be press resistant. You've got to be able to slide players away from you and then drive with the ball, break through the midfield, open up the game, and then find those passes. It's a bit too much for him at the moment, I feel that. And especially him, as you said, Matisse, being involved so much deeper in the build-up and then in midfield. That's a heavy load of touching the ball like that. That's a lot of passing.
Some people say they like him because he doesn't want to touch the ball a lot. And I say, when I look at his metrics, they go through, I think expected Chelsea put all the statistics. I say, first of all, whenever Tuchel speaks about him, he never speaks about technical ability. He always speaks about hard work, passion, desire, commitment.
So you said that the other day on your video.
Take whatever you want from that, what you will. That only impresses me so much, because if you're a Chelsea midfielder, you need to have some sort of technical ability. Not saying that he doesn't, but the fact that he doesn't ever quote him on that and mention that is quite alarming to me. But anyway, so then you go to the statistics that expected Chelsea put up on Twitter, and it was like shot quantity, expected shots, pressures. What else was there? Just pure. It looked like striker metrics, really. It was, it was just pure striker metrics. There was nothing about passing, and I'm like, he's a midfielder. This is a team that don't have much creativity, guys. So where's the creativity coming from? Like, he's adding, I always said, for me, he was a blend of Mason Mount and Kante.
True.
Which is a good thing, but in some ways it's also not, because it tells me that we're not actually bringing anything new to the team. We're bringing more energy. We're bringing more counter pressing. We're bringing more hard work, some goals. But where's the creativity? Where's the incisive pass? Where's the elite level passing that we need, or elite level dribbling to create more chances? We're not getting that. So we're not really ticking boxes too much here. And if he doesn't use him correctly, my issue is actually less with Gallagher, because Gallagher could improve. He's already showed he's very committed, very hardworking, great attitude. And you know what I like about Gallagher? He knows what he needs to improve. He said it before. He knows he's not the finished article. He's got a good shot on him. He's a great counter presser, really hardworking. If you stick him in that advanced area, you're not going to get loads of creativity with the passing, but you're definitely going to get someone that could potentially cause turnovers. But he knows he needs to improve his passing, his build-up play, etc. My issue is more with how Tuchel uses him. And I'm just hoping that this is because we've got Ruben and Kante out. Because if he's planning on playing him in that double pivot, you're not going to get the best out of Gallagher, because one of two things are going to happen. Yeah. Gallagher's going to venture too far forward because he wants to get goals, which is what he's about. And then he's going to leave gaping holes in midfield. Or Gallagher's going to be restricted and turned into this Ander Herrera roadrunner, where he just tackles, runs around, doesn't really have any elite passing to him at this current moment, and is just part of a pivot that really is quite mid-table-ish in terms of technical ability. I don't know which way it's going to go, but if you play him in that pivot, it's one or the other, and I'm not liking either option.
it goes either way as well, offensively and defensively, because when you're looking offensively, we've explained the traits about passing and trying to find that creativity and finding those link ups and, you know, getting into the right spaces. Sometimes, as much as we have to focus on the one player and what he can do, sometimes those attributes do rely on the players around you as well. And if you have what it takes, but you don't have anyone that can complement with you, you're cut off, right? I get that, because right now our entire attack is a little bit of a mess, right? My issue as well is defensively. That Arsenal game, for example, the amount of times I saw Jorginho on his own devices and then he couldn't cope, because we know what Jorginho can be like sometimes. It's just like a red carpet for Arsenal to walk straight through. Odegaard had the time of his life. And that was literally, that I have to say was both Mount and Gallagher at times, where it was just going to the wrong man, not closing the space quick enough, maybe acting a bit lethargic, jogging back, not sprinting, little things. And those things defensively are things I think you can attribute to more as an individual rather than as a collective. You know, you don't need another teammate next to you to be able to close a player down that you know you have to close down. Whereas if you are on the ball, for example, and you know you're trying to find a killer pass or a good link up, you actually need someone there, right? Defensively, Gallagher, wrong spaces, didn't close, was ball watching a lot.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you said it in your video, ball watching. He was
ball watching. Mount, I felt like, was closing the wrong people down, was going to the wrong decision, whereas Gallagher, I just felt like was just watching it all happen. And then Jorginho has had too much to deal with, at times forgotten what's exactly behind him. He's focusing what's in front of him. And then Arsenal have a clear run and goal. That, you know, we're not scoring goals, but we're going to end up conceding a lot while doing that. So it works both ways. It's mad.
Koulibaly had a great game, but the amount Koulibaly had to do in a very short space of time was quite worrying. And it was like we've got a we've got a new firefighter, and on his first day, the whole house is ablaze, and it's like literally, bro. Firefighters not meant to be this busy, bro. He's meant to be in the station, you know, playing some music, might save a cat one day.
Let him start off with the cat in the tree before 100%, fire.
Tea and biscuits with the lads. Do you know what I mean?
This guy's in the skyscraper.
Bro, this brother on the first day is in the skyscraper, and it's 10, 12, 14 levels up, and it's just pure mayhem that's going on in terms of like, just please save me, bro. Like, chill.
And on top of that, he hasn't got anyone around him. Bro. It's Khalidu, can you do this on your own, mate? Thanks.
Khalidu, we've got a massive the shard is on fire.
The shard's on fire.
And you're tackling it on your own, no fire engine, just you up there by yourself.
72 floors.
We'll give you a garden hose. Up you go. That's basically what we did. It's insane. Absolutely insane.
Do you know what? This is why. I mean, we've been a bit naive in this transfer window. I get it. We're very new. Like, Todd Bowley's new to this. Thomas Tuchel has also admitted he doesn't want to do all of this. He said it. I don't want to do all this. I don't want to do this transfer stuff because it's beyond me. I want to concentrate.
That's how you know he needs a sporting director, because he actually doesn't want to do it. Yeah.
And you know what? You can see that his mind is divided because he's not being able to concentrate on the team, and the team is being balls up. Like, what does Younes say? Pants. They mean pants. They mean absolute pants.
I mean pants.
And look, I appreciate what Todd's doing all these dinners, and he had a dinner party with 19 of the other execs. My mate, look,
man just after dinners.
Mate, we are here to have a nice meal.
This is probably not the right time to have.
We should bring him to all you can eat.
He'll just give us all a meal. Do you know what I mean?
Todd's here to have a very nice meal.
Todd, it's not the right time to have all these meal parties and night outs and whatnot with the execs. I know what you're trying to do. I see, because there have been few people trying to tell me that this is one of the American things, that all the owners try and stick together so that they can actually have a bigger say against the league if they want to do something as a unit. I know what you're doing. You're setting up the seeds for down the track, whatever you want to do to make more revenue for the Premier League and for Chelsea and for every other club. I get that. I understand that. But there's a time and a place. We need players in. We need players out. Kalidou Koulibaly and Raheem Sterling will very soon will be disappointed because, as Matisse is saying, firefighting on his first day, like skyscrapers. As Younes said, Raheem Sterling will deteriorate if we keep playing like that. We're going to actually bring down a proper baller to our level. I don't know whether we're going to get anyone happening by Udinese. Udinese is just around the corner, so I don't really think
we ain't getting anyone by Friday.
Bro, it's
Wednesday. Yeah,
it's Wednesday.
It's not happening.
It reminds me very much of when Sancho, Varane, Ronaldo came into Manchester United, and they were all meant to be quality sided, and to some degree they are still. But they didn't address areas of the pitch that they still need to address. So it was half baked. This is still very half baked. And Sterling and Koulibaly, the only thing that's going to happen to them is this.
Hey, put that down. That could be copyright.
Is that Conference League, by the way? Or
no,
might get fined for copyright.
Yeah.
but Europa and the Conference League use the same theme song. I'm just saying.
Oh no.
Well, at least we'll never know the difference.
Obviously we're not going to do anything before Udinese, which will be a miracle. We're not even remotely close to anyone. We're just starting fresh rumours with Wesley Fofana, who's got a contract till 2027 with Leicester.
Another
5
week
years
wasted on the centre back.
Oh. You know
that's 80 million then.
80 million then, and it ain't happening, Younes, because is Leicester going to let go of a player that's got a 5-year contract with them?
So we're going to spend another week chasing the centre back, and then next week we're going to go for a different centre.
So look, before Everton, can we get one more just to lift the morale? One more defender at least. Look, once again, I don't want to be one of those people that comment or Mr. Negative. I'm just being real. By Everton, if it's just Koulibaly and Sterling and another defender.
Long day.
You better hope.
I think the perfect signing before Everton would be Declan Rice. Declan Rice can shoot. Declan Rice can play centre back. Declan Rice played the defensive midfield. So
who's West Ham going to start?
Have you seen his shooting technique? He can play. He can score goals. So you're going to add goals to the team. You've seen the long shots.
He can slide tackle.
So defensive midfield and then centre back. He's also played centre back in the academy.
Bro, he's like 7 players in one.
Facts. Listen, we're going to wrap up because I've got to go foot golf and I need to get into the zone. I'm going to go and get my coffee. I'm going to go and get my electrolytes.
Are you doing that again?
This time, I've got boots. I've got boots this time. I showed them on Twitch yesterday. I've got boots. And I think another pair just came because I ordered boots online. They were next day delivery. They didn't come. They said, delayed. I said, no. This is too serious. I need boots. So I went and bought boots, and now the second pair of boots have arrived. So I've got choices.
I watched up until hole 7. I got to continue on.
Bro.
You've been
invest, bro. Invest in the stocks, bro. I'm going to bounce back, bro. Invest. I was wearing Air Forces.
Are you going to catch up?
Bro, no, this is a new one now. New tournament. 9
they scrap it. Matisse, yo, done.
10 to 18 is a new one. And Big Steve's there this time.
Oh, nice.
Quality.
Please, can you this
bro,
time?
I'm coming. And bro, I'm coming dressed in black for people's funerals, bro. I'm playing seriously.
But Turkish. That's
you decent.
Sneaky fella. Sneaky fella.
Yeah. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
And also Toby surprised me. I thought he was going to be pants.
Bro, don't worry, because I think this week we're playing a match as well in a 5-a-side tournament. That's also going to be coming out. So let's see if these guys can do it when the movement. Let's see if they could. Let's see if the levels are still the same when there's people moving objects on the pitch. Oppositions. I'm coming for Grizz. Oh, moving. Oh, bro. You better be press resistant, people. I'm telling you, because I'm the quickest on there. I'm telling you, it's a different ball game. Invest in my stocks. They're lower. You're not going to get any lower right now to buy the MAH stock right now. I'm telling you.
But they're negative at the moment, the stocks, bro. They're going for free.
Bro, exactly. So you can't lose, bro. You cannot lose. I can only get better. Watch. You guys are going to be shocked. But yeah, Miz, let them know where to find you, bro. I got to catch this damn train.
The other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen, very close to 15,000. We're racing to 15,000. So that's great. Do catch me twice a day, twice a week, twice a day, one live earlier on and one shorter video. Yeah, it's. I hope we do some business. Yeah.
Younes, bro, let them know. Pleasure, bro. Great show.
Absolute pleasure, lads. Yeah, next time we see each other, we'll be getting ready for the season. So it'll be a couple of days from Everton. So yeah, looking forward to this.
Super Frankie Lampard. Super Frankie Lampard.
I want him to win. He needs the points.
He needs the points.
Charity FC returns on day one.
Imagine Charity FC, but we ain't even started the season yet. He needs the points. We'll get the points later. Give him the points now.
Frank needs a bet more than us.
Yeah. More than you can believe.
Send Frank top of the table. Give him a 4-0. Go on.
Everton have only signed one player, and that's Tchaikovsky. So if we can't beat this Everton team that are weakened because they lost Richarlison, God help us. Anyway,
and then we'd have Spurs next.
Ah, yes. I can't wait for that.
But we always beat them, Younes.
I swear to you, I got told that. I got told that a couple of days ago.
That's the reason why we'll beat them. We always beat them. We always beat them.
I'm just like,
those are Spurs.
oh my god. But yeah, Younes Talks Football. I'll find all the latest and give my thoughts on it as we build up to the new season. Hopefully we get movement. If not, I'm gonna start mentioning other teams and just go there.
Miz is gonna be watching Barcelona a lot this season.
I've already told my people on my channel, I'm watching heaps of Barcelona. I'm watching heaps of Serie A. So yeah,
it's gonna get so bad. Miz is gonna turn into Mizard Romero.
Oh, it's all mad. It's all peak. Listen, guys, make sure you subscribe to the boys. The links will be in the description as always. For me, subscribe. We're pushing for that 30K. We'll follow on Twitch as well. We've been out here playing Shadow Legends. We got sponsored by them, which was great for the last show, and it was great. It was really fun. I actually got addicted. Yeah, it was really fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Good game, yeah. Good game.
Yeah, bro, it took my mind off Chelsea, and that's all I needed. You know what I'm saying? It took my mind right off Chelsea. I've been out here sacrificing my sleep schedule to be watching this team have car crash performances. It's been long. But guys, obviously, last reminder, make sure if you're gonna cop, make sure you use the discount code 10% off MAH10 in the description. Like I said, 70% or £70 off when you use the code shipping 365 in the description. That will all be there as well. So you don't have to remember. All you need to do is scroll down and understand. And like I said, go out there and showboat the trophies because listen, it's going to be a long season. So you're going to need it. You're going to need the help. So yeah, trust me. I'll see you guys out on the streets. It's going to be a long season. And yeah, big up your damn selves in a bit, people. Peace. Next show, I'll be in my new house. So you know what I'm saying? That's my positive. I'm taking that. Big up, people. Long day.